The FOMO is back, ladies and gentlemen, and if you guys did not see the last video that I made, highly recommend you guys check that out. But just to sum that up, the FOMO is back, quite literally what I just said. And what does that mean? It means that people are going in and out of stocks yet again. For a long while there, we didn't see stocks going crazy, didn't making big moves. So really that X factor when it comes to AMC, the FOMO buyers, the day traders, is that still alive? And after the past really 2 days, we now can confirm the FOMO buyers are back in town. Does that mean AMC is not the main trade anymore? That's not what this means. Just because we went down about 7%, this quite literally means we are seeing shorts, we are seeing some weak paper-handed apes, and I don't even like to call them paper-handed apes because they're gonna be back. The only thing is, the logical thing to even say about this is, if you're watching a stock go up hundreds of percents, you're going to want to buy that stock. If you have all of your money in AMC, you're going to sell some AMC to do that. But are you going to just forget about AMC, not go back into that once it starts to rally? People, once you get that FOMO, once you start engaging in this activity, you go from one stock to the next. Now, I've been taking profits from these trades and obviously playing them very, very small. Haven't sold any AMC, but taking the profits, putting it back into AMC because this is the main trade. We are going to make explosive moves here in the next 30 days. And that is what I want to talk about. I want to just go over why I'm so bullish on AMC, as well as go over all of the data you guys need to know. The Ortex data, the Stocko tracker data, a tweet from Adam Aaron, and we're going to take a look at the 13F filings coming in for AMC stock. So let's not waste any time. Hit that like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about my take on this? I actually think today was bullish. We got the FOMO. The FOMO is alive. We need the FOMO for the MOAS. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section, and let's get straight into it. So AMC on the day, like I said, down about 6.73% in regular trading, up 0.63% in after hours trading. Now we did fall under this really support level, this line that I have had drawn for a while at $37.47 per share, but we did not fall too far under that, really at the lower end of our support range, because we've been range bound, but we haven't been making too big of moves. And really the level that I want to point out is going to be about right here, $35.64 per share. As long as we stay above that, we're probably not going to hit lower lows. We're still hitting higher low. So that right there, very bullish, still way higher than we were even just, about a month and a half ago when we were at about $30 per share, or even $28.91 per share was the low back here. What day was this? This was August 5th. So a little bit over 2 months ago. I apologize for that. But overall, still very bullish. Now, let's talk about potentially what is going to be the next big catalyst that is going to cause FOMO buyers to go back into the stock. And quite simply, if you're subscribed to this channel, you're probably sick of me saying this, but it's going to be earnings, because that's what we've seen in the past, going from $8 to $16 back here in March, going from $8 all the way up to $72.62 in May, and then the last time around going from $28 all the way up to $53 per share. And what the media is not covering as well, we are going to get a bombshell announcement, possibly the biggest announcement of all time, coming from AMC, more than likely on its earnings call. Adam Aaron did say in that CNBC interview, where basically social media or financial media is highlighting everything besides this one thing. Adam Aaron said they are weeks away from announcing a totally new business line that does not involve theaters as you would typically think. So that leads me to believe that they might be diverging some of their, activities, trying to do something new, which would be huge for the momentum for the FOMO buyers that will buy back into AMC, but just in general to make the company more valuable. So it's really a toss-up what that's going to be, but I do expect that coming on earnings. And throughout the whole year of 2021, every single earnings call has provided us a big move, 60%, almost 1,000%, and almost 100% during the last earnings call. So I think we're right on the really about 2 weeks away from actually seeing earnings, 2 trading weeks away. And this is going to be massive for anybody that has the diamond hands, the diamond balls to stay in their positions, because AMC is a stock you want to be a part of. It's not something you want to be the one FOMO buying into. That's at least the way that I like to look at it. Now, let's talk about the Ortex data, get into the Stonko tracker data, and then what Adam Aaron did say. So the short interest, it's coming up not available, so I don't think it's really moved around. It's at 16.68%, still very high. 85.33 million shares that are sold short, with a share utilization of 87.36% and a free flow on loan of 21%. So obviously, like I say all the time, the difference between 16.68% and 21%, what is that, about 4%, give or take a little bit. So there is a decent amount of shares that can still be sold short, and that's probably what did contribute to this drop today, because I don't think it's all just apes that are low on funds that are selling AMC to trade these other stocks and go back into AMC. I think there was some degree of, you know, shorting that did happen today, because AMC an easy target to do so. So that's really what you guys need to know. Still incredibly high. Nothing has really changed as far as this data is concerned. Now, what I want to point out from the Stonko tracker data is that we are seeing a decent amount of open interest on pretty much every single expiration up until, you know, this major one, January 21st, 2022, which we're going to see a lot of volatility on this week. But a lot of this open interest is held super far out of the money. Obviously, we only seen about 4,000 calls that expired in the money for today, so that was obviously not a great sign. Almost 250,000 that expired out of the money, but you're still seeing a lot of activity just farther out of the money than what we did see this week. So I don't expect too much volatility, obviously, until we do get to January 21st, 2022, unless I'm right on what I think that earnings is going to cause the FOMO buyers to go back into AMC upon these huge announcements and catalysts that we are likely to get. And just as what 2021 has showed us, this is going to happen. So let's talk about Adam Aaron's tweet, and then let's get into the 13F filing. So 20 hours ago, he says, encouraging box office news keeps rolling in. We need to sell more tickets still, but October 1st through the 21st had the biggest 21-day domestic industry box office since the pandemic closed theaters early in 2020. Yo, prophets of doom for the future of cinemas, a positive sign, hashtag choke on that. So definitely a good thing to be seeing the CEO of our favorite company very enthusiastic, trying to round up apes per se, or just give them encouragement. Definitely great sign to see right there. And we are seeing mixed results coming in for the last 2 days as far as the 13F filings. 1, 2, 3, 4 firms, 5 firms that have sold out. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 firms that have bought new positions, but we're still seeing these average share prices of positions that have not changed, still at about $47 per share. So there's a large concentration of these institutional long positions that are at, you know, the high 40s range, and at this point they're about $10 per share underwater on these long positions. So the fact that they are not selling out is a big sign to me that we are likely to go much higher and hit all-time highs, because if you're a hedge fund, you would not hold on to a position. You would, per se, you would not be bag holding Trump's, you know, SPAC, social media SPAC, if you didn't think it was going to go back to 100 or 150. Same applies for AMC. If you didn't think a stock was going to go back to those prices, you would cut losses, you would get out of the stock. That is why AMC is different than these other companies. There is a real company here. There is a real trade here. I'm not saying Trump's company is legit or not legit, but it's not proven itself. We don't know what the valuation is going to come in like, etc., etc. So AMC is just the stock you want to own. That is why I continue to buy more shares. I bought 20 more shares today at about $800 or $750, give or take. I didn't do the exact math. I did 2 orders of 10 shares at about $36.50 per share. But anyways, I took that profit from the Trump SPAC that I only bought 10 shares of that at $24 a piece, sold out at $85 per share, took those profits, literally made 20 AMC shares all for free off of that trade. So that's how I've been playing it. I mean, all of this is very bullish. The fact that the FOMO buyers are back is a huge bullish thing for me personally. I don't care what happens in the day-to-day price action. The fact that we're down 7%, that is a buying opportunity. I want to know that traders are going to pile into AMC when the time comes for the MOAS. We have not gotten proof of this over the last couple of months. After the last 2 days, it's obvious people are going to buy any hot stock when it turns that hot stock, category, right? So that's all for this video. If you guys got value out of it, hit that like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know in the comment section. Do you agree with this? Do you not agree with this? Was this bullish? Was this bearish for AMC? And what I would have to offer to you guys, if you think this is bearish for AMC, stop looking at AMC in the micro sense of just looking at what AMC did. Look at the broad market where money is flowing. What would happen when the money flows from all of these other stocks that are going crazy back into AMC? You have to look at this in a macro sense, just like we look at margin calls and the news that's going out in the marketplace that could cause margin calls. That's looking at the situation in a macro view, looking at the whole thing, not looking at just what's going on in AMC. So that's all. I could ramble on and on and on. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you in the next video.